Like what you're seeing here, subscribe to this channel for more. What's up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we'll be doing another video on figures news updates, and this time around it's related to the upcoming One Piece movie Stampede. I'm not exactly sure when the movie is coming out. I think it's in 1 or 2 weeks time. So they really did line up quite a number of figures to help promote this movie, and that's the reason why I decided to do a separate video based just on figures related to this figure. I don't actually think that all the figures I'm gonna mention to them are out of it. I think they're probably still gonna come up with more. So if they happen to do that, I will also do another video to do an update. So let's just get down to it. The first one, as you can see in front of you, is Luffy, and this is from the DXF Grandline Men Stampede Movie Volume 1. This figure has already been released, and it's just like your typical kind of Luffy Grandline Men figure, standing there looking fierce, looking straight, or smiling. And I gotta say, it's nothing too interesting or too new. It's basically what he's wearing. His outfit is basically similar to the normal post-time skate outfit, just that little bit of color changes. Of course, his muscles look more ripped, he look more muscular here, and I would think that his face is also not bad, pretty good, better than the early Grandline Men figures. This is the back view. Looks like there'll be nice details on his clothing. Yeah, but generally I just think that because of what he's wearing, it's not really something that it's very unique and interesting that people will want to get it. It's just a rehash of colors and that's about it. So and I think I will probably find myself repeating this quite a bit as I look at the Grandline Men figures, because a lot of the designs, even though we are getting quite a number of interesting characters in the movie and hence they came up with the figures, a lot of their designs for the movie are just coloring scheme, not a lot of new clothing, different styles that we can talk about. Right, so next we have Sabo, and it is volume 2. He'll be coming out on the 6th of August, so about 1 week from now. And this is very similar in a sense that it is his post-time skate outfit with just different colors, with his goggles, his shirts, tie, and his jacket, and this kind of belt sash thingy. You can see for yourself, if you're really buying into it. But to me, it's not that unique. It's like a repaint release version. Alright, and Smoker here is volume 3A from the Grandline Men. At least for him, I think his outfit is a lot more different than his usual style. He looks pretty cool with the shades down, with the cigarettes. He looks like he's on holiday. Yeah, he looks like he's on holiday, and generally, I kind of like this more casual outfit of his. All the creases, all the folds and sculpts seems to be pretty good. So I'll imagine if you're a Smoker fan, you will want to get this slightly more unique Smoker figure. And next we have volume 3B, which is Rob Lucci, and this is just basically him in his post-time skate outfit, but with a different jacket. Kind of like a mix of the ex-creator Rob Lucci, which I reviewed a couple of years back. And for that version, there's a white suit Lucci and there's a black suit Lucci. So this is like an amalgamation, a combination of both. Personally, it doesn't stand out, so make of that what you will. I think completionist collectors will be gunning for all of this, but most of us will probably not. And Smoker and Lucci will be coming out at the same time as Sabo, which is the 6th of August. Now, Ichiban Kuji series. Whenever a movie for One Piece comes out, they will definitely do an Ichiban Kuji for it. And this time around, we are getting the whole Straw Hat crew in their movie outfits. Some of them are actually pretty interesting and some of them are not, so we'll take a look at them individually later. But you can see the prices from A to I. It goes from Luffy to Brook. You can see them for yourself. All this Ichiban Kuji will be officially released on the 10th of August. This is just another promotional shot where they kind of put all of them together. I don't think that this is how you're supposed to display them. They're just probably gonna be individual pieces as usual. And first up we have Luffy. He's just kind of in like a jumping up in that pose where we actually see this quite often, right, in the cover pages or cover stories or the manga, doing Romance Dawn, the first one, and the Romance Dawn part 2 after during the first part of the post time skip. So just jumping up, cheering, and he's essentially wearing similar outfit to the Grandline Men series, but with more accessories or more things added on. He has this I don't know what you call this. It's like a cap on top of the straw hat. This bag with meat coming out, popping out, and this thing that looks like a helmet. It looks like a big helmet. It's quite evident in this photo. Obviously, the details doesn't seem to be as good as the Grandline Men. But just to just judge this figure on it itself, seems pretty alright. The face seems good. I'm liking the extra stuff, and in fact, I think if they added all this extra stuff to the Grandline Men figure, it would probably make that one more attractive to potential buyers. But I just want to mention one thing is that when I first saw this photo, I was looking at the bottom of his sandals or slippers, whatever you call it, and usually they don't do this black. It's like the point where the strap goes through to the bottom of the slippers. Usually the straw hat figures don't do them. It's just kind of flat. So I found this very interesting. It's an extra little detail that they decided to put in. Just something that I noticed. And next we have Zoro. He is in a pose, running forward, ready to strike. Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of his outfit. It's kind of down to me, but the pose is pretty good, pretty interesting. By the way, if you're not familiar with the Ichiban Kuji series, usually when they do figures for the Straw Hat Crew, all these figures are pretty small, so they're kind of like I would say the best scale is kind of like Grandline Men, in between Grandline Men and Figure Art Zero. Those kind of scale, they are really not that big figures, but they come with a pretty pricey tech. Here's the back of Zoro, and you can see he says Katana. Yep, that's about it. I don't think there's a lot of things I want to talk about. Next is Sanji in his attack pose 2, wearing very casually with a bag. So it looks pretty good. Like the contrast between his pants and his top. Also, the pose seems to be, well, it's kind of standard pose, but we don't really get a lot of figures of him just kind of hitting out, unless you're talking about Figure Art Zero. But yep, that's about it. And here we have Nami. So when I saw the design for Nami for this movie, this outfit, I really dig it. I think she looks really sexy and cute in a sense. So G&G is actually doing a figure based on this outfit. We'll get to that later, and I think that one is really amazing. So but this Ichiban Kuji has her holding her climb attack, which is pretty interesting. Really like the design, really cute, and just I think one of the better ones out of the Straw Hat Crew. I think most of us will agree. Okay, different angles, the back view. I like the pose. It really shows off her curves. Next we have Usopp, and to me, Usopp always gets gets the best design for movies. He usually comes with all this badass and overly exaggerated accessories, and I kind of like his design here too. I'm still salty about the fact that they didn't do POP for Film Z Usopp, because the Usopp design that they came up with was him holding hammers and stuff. A lot of things to play with, him holding having a mustache. So if they ever create a figure for him, it will be insane. I love Usopp, and I try to get as many of his POPs as possible. I think I got most of them, except for the very first one, the very first new Usopp with him and Chopper. And I dig his strong world figure. I reviewed it before. Did I review it? Maybe I didn't, but he looks amazing in that. And honestly, if they ever came out with POPs for Usopp, I will definitely get it. But for this one, he's actually wearing a hat that looks kind of like a deer. Oh dear, what would Chopper say about this? He's wearing his friend's family on his head. Not sure, is it like a skull or something, but seems like a skull to me. But his outfit, really like this bright yellow color design with the patterns. He almost looks like a ranger for some reason. Okay, and next we have Chopper, and this is him just trying to act fierce, I guess. Not sure what this Jolly Roger is supposed to mean or refer to, but he's wearing a pink hat. So his color scheme is basically pink, maybe to do with the Sakura. Alright. And next we have Robin. I love Robin. She always gets the more classy outfit usually. But I think this time around, even though she looks great in this, Nami wins her hands down. Alright. Not a lot to talk about. I really do hope that they come out with a G&G for her, and hopefully it'll be better. Here we have Frankie. He looks really awesome, full on gladiator. You can see on top of his robotic body, he has his armor pieces on his shoulders, and this vest or whatever, I'm not sure what you call it. He's holding a sword. He even has a cape. Really, really cool. I think Frankie fans should get this guy. Looks amazing. He even has a shield on his left hand, on his left arm. Really badass. Next we have Brook, looking pretty fierce, and I think he's trying to act like a pirate, pulling his sword out and ready to attack. Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna support this figure. Probably something to hold the other leg up. Alright, and as usual, we have a last prize, and this time around is Luffy. I can't really tell what's the difference. I think it's just with the shading, the contrast, and the last prize may be more distinct. And I think that's all for the Ichiban Kuji One Piece All-Star Stampede series. Usually I'm not one to get all these Kujis because there's just too many to collect for the whole crew, and it's gonna be pricey. Alright, and now we are back to the Grandline Men series, and this time around we have Crocodile. He looks really skinny if you ask me over here. Really, really skinny, and maybe it's just, you know, the coatless effect, because they always wear the coats, and once you take them off, they just look really off. They just don't look right. So he looks pretty skinny, but I guess the design is also sort of like him just wearing a different shirt, and that's about it. Okay. Alright, so this is interesting for those of you. This is actually actually king of artists, and they are doing a Stampede Luffy. So I guess we are back to those small figures again. I'm really unsure why they are going down this direction. They should just not do it. They should just do their bigger scale figures, because that would be a better hit with a lot more people. Or maybe they're just trying to not compete with Grandista. Not exactly sure what's their what goes behind their decisions. But this is a figure of Luffy in attacking pose. So similar outfit as we have seen before. His body proportions seem a bit weird on certain angles. So I think it's kind of meant to be displayed and viewed from one direction, which is this. But yeah, if you really look at it, it's just, from different sides, it just looks a bit off. And to me, it's really not that interesting. We have a lot of Luffy fighting pose figures already, so nothing to really hit home about. For those of you interested in his height, in this picture it says 15 cm. So you can tell what is gonna be the scale and height of this figure. This is almost like an S Cultures Figure Coliseum or BWFC kind of scale, around that size. I hoped that one day we get our big scale figures back. So this figure is gonna be released on the 27th of August, and for Crocodile previously I missed out on that. It's on the 22nd of August. Alright, and now we're going to the Flag Diamond Ship series, and they're doing one on Nami too from the Stampede. So I'm assuming that she'll be wearing this outfit some point in the movie. Pretty skimpy kind of outfit, just bikini and treasures. So these are some real life shots. I really do prefer that yellow outfit, yellow onesie kind of outfit. Looks a lot better. If you look at this photo, you can see that there's some paint marks over here, which is crazy, because this is a prototype and it's supposed to be in tip-top condition. It looks like they don't really care. There's even some discrepancies on the prototype. But pretty good if you like Nami. But if you're just looking for something special, I think you'll probably pass. Another shot of Nami. What I essentially don't like mainly about the Flag Diamond Ship figures is that they have really pretty ugly bases with supporting stands. It's quite I think with the one where they're all in bikinis, the first one, Hancock, Robin and Nami, they just have all these ugly bases, and sometimes some of them have and some of them don't. So when you put them all together, it just doesn't fit. It looks kind of weird, and the bases become very distracting. So this figure is coming out in September. Not sure about the exact date. Next, we have more Grandline Men figures, and this is Volume 5 Law. I would say that this outfit is essentially him in his hoodie, kind of similar to the one that he wore during the Dressrosa arc. But once again in different colors in terms of the top. This is yellow, and his jeans, usually blue or dark blue, has been changed to kind of like an orange brownish color. We have only one photo for this guy, and also we are getting Buggy, and Buggy is always a welcome figure because we don't really get a lot of interesting figures of him, even though he's such a popular character. He's funny and hilarious. He's basically the king of memes for One Piece, and I really like his outfit here because it kind of matches with the theme that he's kind of like a clown. I like the colors here, really very good. Even his socks, so just kind of funky, circerish kind of look. We also have one shot of him as of now. And here we have Volume 7. His name is Douglas Bullet. So I assume, and from what I saw from the trailer, it is the big bad guy for this movie, the main villain. And he used to be ex-member of the Roger Pirates. So I wonder where they're gonna take this character. But his design, I think usually for the One Piece movies, they always get a big size guy for the bad guy, and this is not that different. But his design is actually pretty alright. He looks almost like a security guard or something. Looks pretty cool. So all this volume, all these figures, Grandline Men Volume 5, 6, 7, Law Buggy and Douglas Bullets will be released also in September. Next we have Glitter and Glamours, and this is Hancock, as you can see. So she's gonna appear in a movie too, and she will be wearing a different outfit. So for this time round, we have two versions of her. This black version, which I assume is the one that is going to appear in the movie, and this is an alternative version, kind of maroon, dark red kind of color. And in my opinion, this one is a lot better, a lot more sexy. So these are some real life shots. The design wise, I think it is somewhat similar to her normal outfit. So once again, it's just the colors, but she looks really good. Her face looks pretty good, and I really dig the red color because usually we associate Hancock with the color red. But up to you on what colors you prefer. I think this Hancock looks good, and there can never be too many Hancock figures. These are the both of them together, and they will also be released in September. So generally, I think that this is better because I think the inside of this is red, and there's just too many colors. This red and this red kind of stands out too much, but this is just nice. Red, black and white, classy, simple. That's my opinion anyway. And this is a G&G that I'm talking about for Nami. She looks absolutely amazing. These are the other shots of her. So this is the same outfit, and apparently there's a Climatech too, like a mini size Climatech, and looking really, really good. You can see the back view with the hair, and of course for this figure, she is cheaper than an Ichiban Kuji most likely, and also of a bigger scale. This is the other side. You can see her bikini that she wears all the way there, and these are other shots, promotional shots I assume. This is the base that she will most likely come with, and this is a close-up. So I really think if this is a final product, if the final product looks exactly like this, it'll be really, really good, because the face, the details, face is so good. The hair could be improved, but the face is so good. This is one of the better Nami faces I've seen in a long, long time. Another shot of Nami, and we also have her in a different color scheme. So this is version B, just different colors throughout. But to me, the yellow one is a lot better because it's brighter. It kind of suits Nami's hair and personality a lot more. These are the both of them together for you to do a side-by-side comparison. This figure will be released in October. Alright, so we're getting to the last one. This is Sabo. This is actually called the One Piece Stampede Posing Figure Volume 1. And from what we've seen previously is him in a different color scheme outfit, doing a fighting pose with flames coming out. And I really think if they name this Volume 1, there's going to be Volume 2 and maybe Volume 3. But I think what they are trying to do here is that they're trying to replicate. Remember the Brotherhood figures? The Series 1 we have Luffy and Ace. Series 2 we have Luffy, Ace and Sabo. And this time round for Series 3, I really think they will be doing Sabo and Luffy. Just the two of them. So that's my guess. We will see what will come out. But in this photo, the flames actually looks pretty good. If you had to get one Sabo figure related to the Stampede movie, I think this will be a much, much better choice than the Grandline Men. And he looks pretty good here. It's always nice to have special, fire effects as kind of designs on the figure. Alright, so that's all I have for now regarding the Stampede figures. I think there will definitely be more coming out, and when I have enough information I will do a part 2. Just let me know what you guys think of the figures so far. Do you think the design it's really that interesting and that unique? Do you think they have done enough to encourage you to buy figures of them? Let me know why, and if you don't think so, also let me know why too. It's really interesting to hear everyone's opinions about the figures. So that's all I have. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button. You guys got any questions or anything, you can also hit me up on Instagram, Monkey Figure Reviews, and you can check me up over there. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.